What up, everybody? Mm. YouTube Live. All right, right now it's Thursday evening, January 23rd. I think this is the opening night of Sundance Film Festival 2020. So I believe the opening night film is a documentary about Taylor Swift, Miss Americana. I want to see that one. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fans, okay? I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. My birthday is the same birthday as Taylor Swift, December 13th. Love that woman. So I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not in Utah. But as I mentioned to you many times before, I can only handle snow and cold for a few hours, and then I get cranky past like 5 hour stops. So good luck to all of you, my fellow critics and entertainment journalists who are in Utah right now for the Sundance 2020 and watching Miss Americana. Lucky bastards. um, Also, this evening is the premiere of Birds of Prey, the red carpet premiere, I believe, is this evening. So we'll be hearing first reactions from that screening. I haven't seen it yet. Looking forward to though. Okay, let's get right to it. Uh, this okay. So let's start with last week. I was at TCA Television Critics Association, TCA Winter Tour, covering Freeform, and then bam, right? You were there last week. I mean, not at the event, but you heard what happened. There was a rumor that spread like wildfire on Twitter, and that rumor says, "Oh my God, Disney Plus has canceled Obi-Wan Kenobi series." Oh no! And I was with my friend at TCA. His name is Jeff, and he's a big Star Wars fan. I was like, "Oh no, no, it can't be." I mean, if the project gets canceled, that's it. I am not defending Kathleen Kennedy anymore. Kathleen Kennedy, as you know, is the president of Lucasfilm. So he basically says like, "Oh, I've been defending Kathleen Kennedy against the haters. Even though the Star Wars movies, Episode 7, 8, 9, are not up to par, or they have their flaws. Or like a bunch of fans will be like, "Oh man, the Rise of Skywalker sucked." But I defended Kathleen Kennedy, and I was looking forward to this Obi-Wan Kenobi. But if they canceled it, that's it. That's where I draw the line. I'm not defending Kathleen Kennedy anymore. That's what he said. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. But as quickly as that rumor spread, that rumor also immediately got debunked by the Wrap. That reported, guys, calm down. Obi-Wan Kenobi series has not been canceled yet. So that's last week. Okay. Now fast forward to today. Well, the project is not canceled, but clearly it's been having difficulties. So I want to credit the two outlets that reported this today, Collider and The Hollywood Reporter. Collider, as you know, is the outlet that has been it's pretty controversial because they pulled the plug on many of their popular fan favorite shows, but that's another topic for another time. So according to Collider and The Hollywood Reporter, um, Disney Plus and Lucasfilm, as you know, this Star Wars series Kenobi um, is being developed for the Disney streaming service, the Disney Plus, just like the Mandalorian series last fall. So Disney Plus and Lucasfilm, their project here, Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series, has been officially halted. It has been put on hold indefinitely. So it has been delayed. That's right. That's another word for it. Meaning it's not being it's being discontinued. There you go. It's being discontinued for the time being. And they also reported that the crews had been sent home. The crews, the guys behind the camera, they have been sent home as well. Everybody involved with the production is like, sorry, we're not taking you guys on right now. Um, The outlet went on to say that Hossein Amini, who was in charge of the script, and Deborah Chow, who was supposed to direct the episodes. Deborah Chow, of course, as you know, directed a lot of she directed a lot of the Mandalorian episodes, which were very well received. Um, they reportedly have screen tested a bunch of actors opposite McGregor. So they've gotten to that point already. They already reached that point of screen testing a bunch of actors to see which ones they would cast for, this role or that role, opposite, of course, the lead, Ewan McGregor, who is set to reprise his role. Ewan McGregor played the role previously in George Lucas Star Wars prequels, um, Phantom of the Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. So he is set to come back. And there was this big hurrah at the D23 Expo last August. Like, oh my God, it's official. Ewan McGregor is coming back as Obi. Um, Now, remember, prior to this project being, I guess you could call it retrofitted or refitted into a series for Disney Plus, prior to that, this was supposed to be a movie. Remember? This was supposed to be one of the a Star Wars story spin-off standalone movie in between the Skywalker saga. Um but but after the failure, I hate to admit it, even though I kind of had fun watching it, but Solo, a Star Wars story, was not well received and it kind of flopped at the box office. It was not a box office hit, especially in terms of the huge success of Star Wars as a franchise. It was a flop. Because of that, they're like, you know what? Forget having a Star Wars story Kenobi movie. Let's just let's just turn this into a series and see where it goes. And they were supposed to have, or the series was supposed to have 6 episodes. Okay, 6 1 hour long episodes. So, and the writer is Hossein Amini, the director is Deborah Chow, and I'm sure they were supposed to hire a bunch of other directors as well, or maybe Deborah Chow was gonna direct all 6 episodes. Who knows? But and they've reached the point where they screen tested a bunch of actors opposite McGregor. So they've gone that far. But apparently, according to these reports by Collider and the Hollywood Reporter, Lucasfilm, the powers that be, the head honchos, the big execs that oversee the whole thing, all right, we're gonna give you money for this or give you budget for this. They don't like the scripts. Now, the outlets went on to say that there had been at least 2 scripts written. So Hossein Amini have written 2 scripts so far. I'm not sure if that means 2 episodes, or maybe one is the initial draft and the other is a rewrite. I don't know, but it says here that there are 2 scripts so far, and Lucasfilm is not happy with them. So they're now, if the reports are correct, they are now looking to hire a new scribe, a new screenwriter to crack the story for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, and that's not all. They've also uh, reduced or reconfigured the series from 6 episodes, the initial plan 6 episodes, to only now 4 episodes. 4 episodes only. So, yeah, I I wrote in the blog that this is not a good sign. This is not a good sign. A reduction of number of episodes like that. The last time it happened, do you guys remember? It happened to DC Universe show Swamp Thing last year, and Swamp Thing ultimately got canceled, got canned. So what happened in DC Universe reduced the number of episodes from, like, I believe 13 to 10 or 9, from 13 to 10 or 9, and then immediately after the first episode, they're like, So we are canning this show, man. We're canning it. Um, I'm not saying that that is the same fate that will happen to Kenobi series or Obi-Wan Kenobi show. But it's not a good sign if they say like, oh, yeah, we're gonna reduce it by two, we're gonna decrease it by two. So now there's only 4 episodes. It just it gives out a vibe of the powers that be or Lucasfilm not having confidence in the show. Right? If you have confidence, you'll be like, yeah, we're gonna order freaking 8 episodes, man. Or like, psh, let's do the whole 23 like the regular network. um, but that's not the case. Sorry, it's my Uber app. So it is concerning. It is worrying that they reduce the number of episodes. And, you know, this latest news has caused a lot of Star Wars fans to be very upset. If you look on Twitter, hashtag Kathleen Kennedy was trending the whole day. Well, not the whole day, like maybe since this afternoon. I noticed some of the fans wrote like, Kathleen Kennedy, you always like freaking fire writers. What the hell, man? You know. And you and I have had this discussion before. That it seems that the way that Kathleen Kennedy works, or Kathleen Kennedy and her peers at Lucasfilm, their motto is my way or the highway. Our way, our story, or the way we want the story to be, or you hit the door or the highway. They fired or they parted ways. I guess you want to be politically correct. They parted ways with Colin Trevorrow. Colin Trevorrow was supposed to write and direct Rise of Skywalker, Episode 9. They fired the guys handling Solo, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Remember that? Who else? There's another instance as well. I can't remember on the top of my head. So it seems that Lucasfilm really wants their vision to be just this one thing. And if a writer comes in, if they hire a writer that brings in their own creative vision, or they're like, you know what, they'll pitch their ideas like, how about we do this instead, or how about we go this direction for Kenobi. Kathleen and the rest of the Lucasfilm are like, oh no, how dare you, we're gonna hire another writer to crack the story. All right, we're not gonna use your 2 scripts for Kenobi. It doesn't matter if Hossein Amini is one of the best screenwriters in town. That guy's Oscar nominated, and I love that movie. Drive. Remember Drive with Ryan Gosling? Hossein Amini wrote the adaptation for that. So, I mean, come on, it can't be that bad. But if it doesn't fit what Lucasfilm wants, then Lucasfilm's gonna find another writer, unfortunately. So we don't know. I guess we'll never know what these two scripts are about. Although there are rumors out there that say that the scripts are problematic because it is, or they are, or the story is way too similar to the Mandalorian. Some say out there is because the story that Hossein Amini has was about uh, Obi-Wan Kenobi protecting young Luke or even young Leia, kind of like the Mandalorian protecting Baby Yoda. So it's like, we just had that. We just had the Mandalorian protecting somebody. Like, we can't have the same storyline like that. That's what some rumors say. We don't know. But yeah, the update is Lucasfilm is gonna hire a new writer to crack the story for Obi-Wan Kenobi. The bright side of this is that at least it's not canceled, right? At least it's not canceled. I mean, at least the project still has pulse. Um, Obviously, they're not gonna meet their production start date, which is uh, which is uh, which is the production start date, which is July, I believe, July 2020. July 2020. Sorry, what am I? I'm trying to find the here. Okay, here we go. Obviously, they're not gonna meet that production start date in July 2020. So, um, lastly, I want to say this. Sorry, guys, I got a text. Damn. All right, I gotta get going. Lastly, I want to say this. Do I look forward to Obi-Wan Kenobi series? You know what? If you ask me that question right now, I think my answer would be I would rather see The Mandalorian season 2. No offense to Ewan McGregor, I think he is perfect in that role. But The Mandalorian was so fun. Like I wanted more of it. I could not get enough of it. Um, so I think if Obi-Wan Kenobi series never happens, but The Mandalorian still exists, I don't think I would be bummed out. I think I'd be okay with it. So um, that's my point of view right now. If you disagree, let me know. If you think that this is an abomination, that's like, oh my god, the project is being halted. What's wrong with you, Kathleen Kennedy? Let me know. Share your upset, if you will, in the comment section below, and why are you upset about the project being halted? As for me, I'm not too upset about it. I'm like, yeah, the Mandalorian season 2 is gonna happen anyway later this year. That's what I'm looking. As long as that is still around, I'm good. I'm happy. As far as the other Star Wars series, Cassian Andor, starring Diego Luna, you know, it's we're gonna have to see it for on a case by case basis. Like I want to see whether or not do I look forward to Cassian Andor. Not really. He was not really my favorite character in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. As a matter of fact, I wasn't too crazy about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So I thought it was a good movie. I didn't hate it, but it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I want to know more about Cassian Andor. Where he came from. Maybe an adventure of him. Like I'm not that. I'm not fanboying about Cassian Andor. So yeah, I guess I'm just sharing with you where I stand about this whole thing at this point. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. This is a pretty interesting development for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you think of this latest news. Let's rock this.